And here, make sure that connects. Second, there it is. Howdy, guys. Good afternoon and evening to you. We're going to be going. It's in June already, June, and we've decided to start doing more of the paranormal stuff. So if you're not familiar with it, yes, I do paranormal stuff. I've been a big fan and lover of the dead for the longest time, and we are going to get into it. Where is it? And there it is. Okay, YouTube. All right, so let me give you a little recap of what we're doing. So we're listening back to the audio. The audio is how can I say? When you do EVP sessions, electronic voice phenomenon, you are listening back to audio that you did at a location or multiple locations, just like this. We're going to be going through quite a bit of audio from two cemeteries and also to a ballroom, which is what we're going to listen to right here. This ballroom is from the 1800s. Myself and Blondie were the only two living people inside this ballroom at the time. It dated back from like 50s or 1860s. So you're going to hear the raw audio, and if we hear any other voices besides myself or Blondie's, then that will be paranormal or of the unexplained. So if you have questions, if you don't know what you're listening to, or if you don't know what this is, or whatever the hell this is, I will guide you through it if you have questions. Well, let's listen back to the audio and see what happens. EVP session inside the used to be a ballroom. We're just gonna peek quickly at the third floor. So we're going on the third floor right now. We're in the elevator. Goes back from the 1870s. Wow. Ooh. So it's a 3-story building. We're on the top floor, third floor. It's like, imagine like you go into a room and it's a huge ballroom. There's literally crystal chandeliers everywhere. There are tables, multiple tables around there. They also do ballroom dancing to this day there, but it dates back from the 1870s. Just walking. Wow. Is there any spirits up here? We're still dancing. Do you want to do a dance? Chandeliers are beautiful. If you hear my voice, you can come over here and move a chair. Have a seat. Oh, I would love it if it moved a chair. Just one. Acknowledge my voice. No CCTV, so that's good. I said CCTV. So we were secretly filming, well, I was filming it too, but we were secretly recording this. This is over in, Marshall, Michigan. And we're recording this, and there was no CCTV or closed captioning TV. So there was no cameras up there, so they couldn't see us from downstairs doing what I'm doing. Not that we're doing anything bad. Tell me your name. What was your favorite song to dance to? Okay, there could be something right there. What I'm going to take a noise print. I'm going to go like this after noise print. So the very first thing I want to look at is this frequency spectrum. This is what basically like a fish finder is to me. But if you look at it carefully, on the right side, there's frequencies here. It goes from 0 hertz all the way up to 15,000 hertz. Human hearing is, I forgot the exact amount, but it's like 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So the human ears a normal human can listen and hear. Anything below that or above that is, well, above that would be like dog ears. So what I'm looking for is, you could see this right here, this column that matches my voice question. Song to dance to. So if you look at it carefully, you see it's a column up and down, right? And if you match it to this over here to the right, it shows that my voice goes from, if we follow this down this way, it goes down to like 100 hertz all the way up to, well, way up here. So that shows that I have vocal cords, because you can see how these are kind of wavy. So your voice varies, like when you talk, of course, the audio pitch is different, right? Everybody's vocal cords are different. Everybody, unless you're twins, I think. But anyways, so what we're looking for when we do this is, instead of up and down, I want to look for things that are left to right. Generally, a sweet spot is in this general area from like 200 all the way up to about 7 or 800 hertz, is that low area. For some odd reason, of all the years of doing this, audio we have captured has always been in that sweet spot around 200 to about 800 hertz, megahertz. That's about it. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. So we did capture, I think there's an audio response here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to clean the audio up. So maybe what we call pull it out. I'm going to try to see if I can pull it out of the mud, because if you listen to this raw, you hear the noise, the white noise, right? The background noise. But there's something that's under or above it. Right here. So now we got to listen to it and see if we can. Let's turn this up a little bit. It's a little hard to hear it. That's about right. So right here to here. There's something possibly right there. What I want to do is, I want to copy that. That into this. And let's see if we can. All right, that's not what I wanted. Where is my audio piece? Let's see. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's been a minute since I've used this. It's been a minute. that sounds mechanical, so that does not sound like anything paranormal. So let's continue. Debunk.
Can you tell me your favorite dance move?
All right, what is that? All right, there's something right there. That sounds like a female.
Just move us chair.
Give it a little buffer. Turn it up. Get a noise piece. So it sounds like a female voice, but it's pretty deep in the mud. Almost sounds like it's saying I can't move, which is weird because my next question.
Just move us chair, dude. There's 4 tables in here. Just move us chair, dude. There's 4 tables in here. 2, 4, 6. There's 8 chairs per table. That's 32 chairs. 32 chances for somebody to move one.
What?
Just move a chair. Squeak it open. Move it. If you hear our voices or hear my voice, we can talk. Oh, it'd be so cool, man. Imagine just dancing in here. They probably had chairs all the way around, or maybe over here, or maybe they was just. Where was the orchestra at?
Is that a male voice? Uh, mm.
Can you have a seat? Open up a door? Open up a door. There's no doors to open. Have a seat. I want to see you move a chair. Oh my God, I'd freak the fuck out though if you did. You can hear my voice. I know you can. Wiggle a chair. I'm getting freaked out. EVP.
These are outside, so these will be a little bit more noisier.
Her cemetery. First off, right off the rip, is a Civil War unknown soldier. Died in Tennessee. 19 years old. Sir, could you tell us your name? Were you Union or Confederate? What year were you born? Do you know who killed you? Was it a Confederate or was it a Union soldier? You could talk right here into this. Any of you, actually. Whoever's in here. This right here was built by a person that I could hear your voice in. I could hear your voice if you speak into this, I should say. The size of this pine tree. This reminds me of the Union.
Huge, yeah.
If you hear our voices, I want you to use this device. I want you to come towards us and talk. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to be scared. We're not going to hurt you. You can't hurt us. We are here to talk. We want to know your first name. Do you see what color hat I'm wearing? I'll hold that for a second. I want to take off my glasses and make sure there's no damn yellow jacket hive right here. I'm walking towards. I don't see anything, but I was going to check it out, but then my brain said, wait, just in case.
There was this huge tree, a big pine tree, and it had, like, in the center of it, had like a void of bark. So it would be like perfect spot for a bees. Yellow jackets in particular, they love to nest and shit like that.
Do any of you own this land? I'm still leery of it, so I'm going to stay away.
Always
That'd
follow
be
your
like
gut.
heaven for them.
Always follow your gut instinct. You feel something.
This is a beautiful area. There's like tons of land right here. Frederick. There's Sophia. You were 64 when you died, and you died in 1908. I believe that's 19, or yeah.
Imagine that shit. 1908, she died. So you figure that was 118 years ago. So if you add human life to that level, I mean, that was like 150, 160 years ago. She was roaming the earth.
Do any of you guys come out at night, talk, or hang around? Arthur? If I say your name, I would love for you to come out and talk. Who's buried over here? One lonely little stone right here with no name. Honeysuckle.
Oh, yeah.
This raw iron fence. See? That's all original, I bet. Damn. Civil War soldiers, Union soldiers, any of you soldiers. I want to hear from you.
What makes this unique is there's a lot of soldiers in this particular cemetery. Surprisingly, how far and rural this area is, I'm very shocked that they're not in a big cemetery dedicated specifically to military.
You've been buried out here for years. Died in 1806. It's a long time ago.
He died in 1806. Put that in your mind for a moment. 1806 is when he died. So even if he lived like 40 years or 50 years, I mean, that would put him at least from the 18 or 1750s. And then even before that, he was born. So holy shit.
1806 or 1896. George.
That's incredible.
Barely.
Yeah, it's 1806. I can't see when he died there.
Who still comes to visit their headstone? What's your name?
Shit, I made a mistake. 1806. That's 220 years ago. Wow. Wow.
1886. 83. They were born in 1803.
That's a good age to live.
Back in those days.
Yeah, a lot of people died young.
Considering they didn't have any modern medicine. What did you do to live that long, Rebecca?
1806.
That's crazy. Do you have a family? Now, this is going to sound crazy and sick. Do you think that's her handprint in the cement?
So let me explain this to you. If imagine you're looking at a headstone, right? You see the date, you see the name, right? But on the top of this, right when there's that, there's a, say they have the name in the center, and then on the top part of that same headstone, there's that spacing right there, where there's nothing written. Well, this particular headstone had handprints on it. Now, I don't know if it was hers or not, but that gave me like crazy ideas of like how cool that would be for you to forever have, as like they do with dogs or cats when they put them down, they give you a paw print. Imagine doing that with a human being. Like you see pictures on headstones, or they'll show like in memory of Joe Schmo or Amy Doe, and it has a picture of them before they died, like a still, like somebody took a photo of, and then they etch it on a headstone. Well, what if they were to do a handprint of the deceased? That would be personal, number one, because it'd be very unique, number two, and you don't see that at all. And it just blew my mind how crazy cool that would be as an investment.
Those are handprints.
Yeah, it looks like handprints.
They were small handprints.
I wonder if they took the body and they put the hand on it.
They might have.
Is that your handprints? Oh, that'd be so weird. We know it's somebody's handprints. Wow. Now that would be a first I've ever seen. You want to talk about very personal, you know, to do something like that. A loved one's handprints. They do it with animals. Why not human?
Yeah.
Right? That's a genius. That's very marketable. Maybe I should consider that. Get into the cemetery business. Who's over here? Give me your name. '82. Mahala. Whitney.
Okay. I think that would be really interesting because it would I don't know, it would be very unique because you don't see that.
Continuing with our EVP session. Joseph.
So like I said, that specific headstone had handprints on it. Like it was, the lady was like 86 or what did I say, 86 or something, and she died in 1890 or 1880 something. So imagine that. How cool
Wife
that would be.
of Joseph. She died in 1884. Ah, it's weird. It shows up nicely on that. He died in 1880. Or no, he was born in 1832. He died in 1905.
Wow, that's a long life.
Well, she was born in 18. Okay, so she died in 94. Yeah, it's Carpenter ant right
I know,
there.
I keep seeing the bigger ants.
Yeah.
like this one.
The old Carpenter ant. Let's see what these are. Unknowns.
So this cemetery had a lot of unknown names. They could be, some of them were unknown soldiers of various different wars. Like there was that one earlier I mentioned was a Civil War soldier. We also fall and stumble into another one later, even farther back in time. But a lot of these people are like unknown. They like it just says unknown person, unknown, which is sad, you know?
Well, you are unknown. Are you a male or female?
Always space it in between when you ask a question.
Do you remember anything? Do you remember who you were? Your name? Were you a farmer?
A lot of area to farm out here. A lot.
Did you live out in this area? It happens. They only have little markers here with crosses that says unknown. If you tell us who you were, we could try to help them identify you. Because this seems like you have unfinished business. Are you a family of 3?
There were 3 of them back, like side by side. So
I wonder how much of legal problems it would cause to unbury these to do a genetic DNA test.
Oh, yeah.
how much uproar, because I guess it would be difficult to do. I guess your only alibi would be, well, I don't know if they're related to me or not. How could you prove or disprove unless you did a genetic you'd have to unbury them.
I was
How long ago did you guys die?
I was mentioning, like, well, what it would cause, you to unearth one of the bodies to do a DNA sample to see actually who it is. Because today in technology, we have that technology where they could do a scraping of bone or whatever, get DNA off the person or persons, and then boom, they would know who it is. But they don't do that because there's a lot of red tape especially when you're dead. I guess there's like you. It's weird. You absolutely have zero rights to anything because you're dead, but yet they make you have rights. It's weird how that is. So much red tape. And I said, it'd probably be an outcry to those who are, who would witness it, or the public would say, no, don't do it. Unearthing the body and stuff is just, a way to defile the body, etc., etc.
How long ago did you guys die?
I think it'd be neat.
Does anybody come here to visit you besides us? I see a lot of passerbyers. But I don't see anybody stopping in to say hello.
Wow.
Do you guys like company?
That's hard to read.
Very hard.
Sometimes the headstones are so worn from weather and whatever else it affects them. It's impossible to read, which is sad.
It's a very old cemetery.
I figure if it's like 200 years old, I mean, you're seeing something that's 200 years old, and the U.S. is only 250 years old. So you think about that for a second. Like, they literally were, the U.S. was brand new almost, like 50 years into its tenure of being the U.S. after, the Indians and all that stuff, and the French. And I mean, just think about that.
Clerky. Fluky? The hell name is that? 22? Yeah. I hope that's your last name, not your first. That'd be terrible.
It'd be like a name of a clown. Hey, Fluky is here. Hey. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey, he's here, Fluky the clown.
This street is busy as hell.
Never has a frown.
I've never known this street to be this busy.
That was a busy street, busy day. That was a Sunday of all day.
1861, and then they left it blank. They gave up. 19 something. Letta, are you there? Are you buried under here?
There were some marker. Okay, so there were pre-etched date, like the century. Like her headstone, for example, it said 19. She was born in 18 something, and it says 19. Died. little slash and then 19, but then it's just empty. So it's like, okay, they didn't finish it. Maybe she died and she was buried somewhere else or something, but she wasn't buried there. Or if she was, they were just too lazy to put in what year it was she was buried or died, which is very strange. At least it is to me, anyways.
This is shifted.
Yeah, all that dirt.
Shifted forward. 1905. Born in 1824.
About
79. That's a good long time. Well, who's in here who wants to talk? Aiden. Now there's a name.
it sounds so much more modern.
Civil War soldier. He died in 1924.
1924, he was a Civil War soldier. Think about that for
Wow.
a second. How
Did you
crazy
fight
that
down at Gettysburg?
How crazy that would be.
Do you remember where you went? Did you fight down south? Did you take a train to go down that way? Did Lincoln ever come down and talk to you guys? Did you ever hear him talk?
Imagine hearing him talk. How crazy would that be, right? Hmm. Hmm. I guess that's easier on the eyes.
Did you ever hear him talk?
It would be interesting to see how Abraham Lincoln, 5th President of the United States, spoke. That'd be in
Laura? 83? 84?
very noisy road. The other cemetery actually was a lot better when it came to like audio.
A lot of traffic coming around here.
Let's see. 2, 3. And let's go Shaw. Bum, 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 ba-dum.
Crazy, huh? Kind of neat, huh? You can also do, you can turn it like that too if you needed to. And just lock it back into place. Cool. There's not very many soldiers or people in here. This is the horse and buggy would carry you out here into the cemetery. Do you remember that ride? Were you there with the family members as they came in right here in this entrance? They came in this very entrance and drove all the way over here on a horse and carriage, dragging your body up to the spot where it's buried. Do you remember that? $18.99. His wives, plural. George.
George was a busy dude.
Hannah and Jerusha. What a name, Jerusha. This is where they would take you.
A name like
from the dirt road, and then take you all the way down here to where you were buried.
There's quite an age difference between his 1827 and then 1874.
47 years? Damn, George, wait a minute. No. Yeah? He was 40.
Say when he died.
Or died of what? Syphilis? 47, so
Syphilis.
he was 47 when she was born. She was 23. So he had to be up in his 60s dating a 22-year-old, 20-year-old? Damn, bro.
So yeah, listen to that. Okay, so this dude, he was up in his 60s somehow, some way, was snagging a 20-some-year-old, and he married her, but she died at 23. Now, it makes one wonder if when you die, usually with women in particular that young, usually means at birthing. You know what I mean? Like maybe she was pregnant and she died while giving birth, and or she just died somehow, some way. You know, whether alter. I mean, there's a million different ways to die, of course, but it just makes you wonder.
And married her. And then she was 7 years difference. And she died in 89 or 99. What happened? Hannah.
She missed. Now listen to that. 1899, she died. She was literally 1 year, or well, X amount of months or days away from the turn of the century. Now I've been very happy and very, I was very lucky to witness like 2020, and stuff like a lot of us today have. A lot of people have never witnessed 2020, or who lived up to see 2020, but at least we were able to together see it.
Hannah, tell us about this love relationship. How did he woo you? How did you fall in love with George? That's crazy. Dedicated to all unmarked graves. There's a sign right there. Cross. You guys just stand around and talk? Do you come around here at night? This is also locked up at night, it looks like.
And they lock up the doors, or they lock gates up. It's interesting because these are rural areas. I don't know why you would think to do that. I could see if you were in like in a major city, but being out in the middle of nowhere, like these two particular cemeteries, this one and the other one we're going to go to shortly, I don't see why they would want to lock up the gates at night, but maybe they've just been doing it for so many years and they're just so used to doing it.
Born the same year, the mother and father died 5 years apart.
Oh yeah.
Tell me if there's something not funny about that.
They always say there's a synchronicity between people who are married and stayed together for long periods of time. Oftentimes marriages, because obviously you're living with a person for X amount of years, a decade, 2 or 3, if you're lucky, 40 years. But there's always that little back of the mind, on the burner, where people always say that when a loved one, particularly like a husband or dies, the wife or so will die soon after or within a certain amount of time, like 5 years or less. There's always something about that. There's always a magical thing that happens. I don't understand it. There's no real science behind it. It's just theory, but it really begs to question, like, why or how does that happen? Where married couples usually die very close proximity of the times apart from each other. It's weird. Just happened.
Isn't that wild? Huh. (1879 to 1930). God, this road is loud, isn't it?
Very loud. It's non-stop traffic.
It just really begs the question, like, how does that work? Like, really, it's so weird. Hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're on Twitch today. Hold on one second. I gotta switch out the filter. What's going on. Uh, that is true. Hold on. You're gonna hear two of me. Audio check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Hello. Audio check. Is that better? Yeah, it might be. Yeah. Subtract 1, 2. Maybe we'll just leave it like that. All right. There's indeed audio. Shut up. I was just trying to see. I was just trying to see because it was cutting. My words were cutting off when I was talking, so I was like, "What the fuck?" All right, so I'm listening to myself on my phone just to make sure. Okay, we're back. Okay, so you haven't missed much. Oof, I know. Sometimes, well, I've turned down my mic, so there are. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. I use a lot of filters. Actually, I could show you exactly what filters I use. So I have, yeah, don't laugh. I just turned this one off, and I put it on like that, and I could do a subtractor, but I don't know if that cuts off my words or not. Like when I turn my head and stuff. So I just have the 3-bar EQ, and now I have that on.
Wow.
So yeah, this particular, you hear all the words good. This particular cemetery is very close to the road. The other one that we're going to be listening to shortly, because there's only like 4 audio files in this, it will then go into a more quieter, like you could hear an ant fart. Like seriously hear an ant fart.
I like to come here early in the morning, but I don't know what time the gates open. Being an early riser myself,
You haven't heard any audio yet of any.
I think I'd go to the other one first, though. Who's here? What are your names?
They do fart real loud. They do.
You talk to us, you know.
Sometimes you'll see them lift off the ground, off the plant leaf. You know. She sounds like it sounds like this. Just like that. It's meow.
Died in 67. Born in 1795.
So think about that. 1795, right? They were visually 1795. So 1795 minus 2026. That's 231 years ago. 6'7". They were around for 231 years ago. They were born. Think about that. 231 years. Holy crap, dude. That's like crazy.
Holy crap. Died in 1865. The year the Civil War was ending.
Yeah, Civil War was still just about to end, depending on what month it was. They are old, dude.
You were 70 years old. Depending on what day you were born or month.
I mean, your bones got to be brittle at that point. Like you were literally like bone dust. Although I did see a headstone. I mean, I did see a body though. Back in Florida, I'm sorry, it was in New Orleans where there was a body, and the water had washed away because you know how New Orleans is below sea level. So anytime they get hurricanes and shit, it literally it stirs the headstones and the graves, and they so are mine, and it unearths them. So you would have like literally have caskets floating down the streets, and they have above ground mausoleums. But now there was a specific spot. Maybe it was in Florida. There was a headstone, and then there was this gap. There was a decent little gap, like a foot and a half or so deep, and you could literally look down in the spot because the casket was long gone, but you could see it was a female. Like I saw her skull, I saw her bones, I saw like some clothing. They don't know who she was, but she was just there. You know?
Born in 1827. That could be his son. Directed by John Shore and wife.
Have you played the game today, Fo?
Anna, was that you that helped put this monument up? I don't see your headstones at all. Did the earth finally take them down? I don't see them at all. Remnants. No, maybe.
This is the very first time I went to the cemetery. I did not know it existed until I looked on Google Maps. True story. Just like the other one that we're going to go to shortly. You put the monument up? All right.
The unknown soldiers or unknowns. Talk to us. Let us hear your voice. Oh. You guys come out here at night to talk, to walk around, to see your other people?
They might.
It was just all land out here. Do you know who owned any of this property? Out here. Do you know who owned any of this property?
You see their people. Yeah, that's about right.
Now there's a cool name, Bacon.
Bacon. Dude's name or I forgot. I think it was a dude. His name was Bacon, or last name. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Okay, I will use that de-esser. Mm-hmm. All that noise.
Lots of noise out here.
It was a crazy day too because there's like
Sadly.
a ton of cars, a lot of trucks too, man. I hate trucks.
Poor unmarked name right here. Who was here? Did your family come out at all to see you?
What a nice EVP. It's been a while.
Whoever this was tiny. You see it? It's like a bed. This is how they would lay the casket in. This was the foundation around it. Yeah. Whoever you were was very tiny.
So I'm referring to, imagine you're looking at the ground. On the ground level, there is a outline of concrete, which would be the basic form of where they would take the casket and then, match it up to the size and then bury it, right? So whoever this was, man, they were like super tiny. Like, I don't know, like super, super tiny.
Whoever you were was very tiny.
I mean, they had to be like 4 foot something.
It looks like it's really got hilly in here. Pushed, the land is like rolling.
Yeah, the ground was definitely moved. You can see, like, it was kind of hilly.
What a cool place. Little hidden gem, Hopefully.
Yeah, they both are.
Just, just calmly walking around this cemetery. Blondie and I.
Hopefully you spoke. That is a old tree at one time. That's a cool monument, whatever that is.
There were some big, like, trees. Like, you can tell they were there for... They say a tree grows like a foot a year, right?
Wow. That's
So, like, 6 years, it grows like as tall as me, and so you figure if you do the math, if you're like
This bush will one day
30,
grow to be
then
big.
it's like 30 feet tall.
And it will cover this up.
Then if it's massive, it's like, if it's like 100 feet tall and that thing's been there for over 100, a 100.
Any last words, guys, gals? Do you need help or assistance?
We're gonna move to a different one here shortly.
Well, let's hope you guys talked. Alright, ending AVP session, Macomb Center Cemetery. First time here. Hopefully we'll be back for more if they spoke.
That's true. We will. Increase highs, guitar clinic, graphic. Alright. Graphic. Alright, Union 1. Alright, this one should be interesting because it's very, very quiet. There was like no voices, no, it's just her and I.
EVP session inside the Union Cemetery.
I might not have to use those.
A cool looking place. You guys probably don't get many visitors, do you? If you want to talk, good idea to start talking into this little device I have in my hand.
My hand.
Tell us your name. Tell us your name. Clarence, is this your wife?
Clarence. Bird.
Campbell. Interesting. Any war soldiers in here? I don't know what year this was in here, but there was somebody from the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk to us, myself or Blondie here, we can talk. Can you see what color hat I'm wearing? Do you see what color shirt I'm wearing? Why don't you just tell me what color it is? Were you part of the founders of this area?
That's the wind blowing. It sounds pretty creepy.
You guys all family? That was a bird. What was it like back then? Living in here in this area. Tony, it shows you were part of World War I. Thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate you. Who did you fight? Who did you fight? Did you kill anybody?
Really begs the question.
It's the oldest person in here.
Like, it really begs the question. Are you really going to remember anything you did?
Private first class citizen. Born July 31st. Died in 69. You were only 38. Not even 38, Roy. What happened? You were in the army, obviously. How did you die? These birds are going to be annoying, I see.
It drives me nuts, man, these birds.
EVP session inside the Union.
Oh, that was the first one. All right.
Spot this, a nook. Pretty decent sized. There's gotta be some creatures in here, or creatures, yeah. There's a squirrel. But who else is in here?
The littlest things you hear back when you listen to recordings, like that sounds like a plane or something, but I don't ever remember hearing it when I was recording.
I did 22 stand-ups. I have never seen a gravestone say that, have you? It's confusing. What do you think of that? 22 stand-ups like it was a comedy?
No idea what that means.
Tell us, Christopher, what does that mean? You did 22 stand-ups. Talk right here in this mic. Tell me about it. Were you a comedian?
He was a baby, it says. He just lived a few months.
Oh shit, now I just realized that. Well, I guess you didn't do stand-up. Okay. I guess it would help to read. Wow. For a baby that early to do those kind of things? I don't know. I don't know if that's a big thing or not. Well, who else is in here? How many spirits are listening to my voice? Just give us a number. Tell me. Tell me what it is. I want to know. There's a baby robin. Yeah. Tell me your name. I know you can hear us. We have proven it.
What?
I know you can hear us. We have proven this before.
Shit.
I know you can hear us.
There's a voice right there.
I know you can hear us. I know you can hear us. We have proven this before. People can hear our voices. There's some old ones back here. Is this one big giant family? Tell me something about your family. Why'd you move in this area? Were you farmers? Born in the 1800s. What would CD mean? Initials. Christopher? Cal? LA? What was so important about your family that you guys are all buried right here? There's a lot of you. Holy. What's significant about your family?
Catholic Daughters of America. Canadian Forces.
This is really neat. Look at these stairs. Even made their own stairs. 1886, 14, 18. Don, you were only 18 when you died. You guys didn't really live long. You were 60. That's old, I guess. Older. Ooh, there's a really old one. Henrietta. Henrietta, where's your husband? Were you married? Why'd you guys choose this cemetery? Is this where all your relatives were buried at before you? I see military. World War I, World War II. What kind of guns did you guys use? Did you have to kill people? Do you remember what kind of infantry you were in? Were you on ground or in the air? Do you remember your commander's officer's name? Do you come out here at night or during the daytime? Do you come out here at night or during the daytime? I wonder if there's any Civil War. This kind of looks like it. Any Civil War soldiers in here? See a lot of World War II, World War I. Very buggy in here. Can you move something? Can you make some kind of noise? Let us know we're here. That you're here to alert us. They go right for the eyes. I hate it. Logan, you're all by yourself over here in the corner, buddy. What's up? Why are you by yourself? Do your other family members decide to be buried in other cemeteries? Henry, World War II. Do you remember what kind of gun you used? The caliber?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume they obviously they used caliber back then. I don't think they did back in, um, obviously in. Well, I think Civil War. I think they did, but it was only like 2 or 3 different ones. They didn't have it as bad, as different as they do today, of course.
Continuing our EVP session. We're facing west. We're on the south side of the cemetery. Huge. Shockingly, I thought it'd be a lot less in here, but if you have a voice, if you know how to speak, if you know how to talk, if you remember it, come over here and talk to us. I have a lot to ask. A lot of people want to know about the afterlife. 1861. God, these bugs. Always near pine trees, these bugs are. It's a weird thing. I don't get it. Who put this chain up? Who put this wall up? This is beautiful. A lot of people in here. What's the significance of this? Oh. I'm gonna kill you, bug. I swear to God, you keep fucking with my eyes. You fuck with anything out of me but my eyes, you die.
Yeah, the bugs were bugging me.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah, with the other cemetery.
Howard, we salute you. We thank you for your services. I have a item right here, sir.
Let's
That
pull
is-
that out a little bit. There we go.
Oh, Brooks, I guess is your first name. Right there. 1765. You saw a lot in the Revolutionary War. Jeez. When was that?
1700s.
Shit. Could you tell us something about you, Brooks? Was this your wife? 1855. Let's see, 35. Well, you were.
No, because he died in 58.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
might be another relative.
Could be your. Yeah. Somehow, some way. It's another relative. Died in 1919. How was it back then? Did you live around here? Wasn't that Washington? That Revolutionary? Did you ever meet George Washington? This recorder, this thing in my hand, Brooks, is a recorder that can hear your voice. So if you are able to come through or hear my voice, a lot of time has gone by since you passed. Way over 175 years. If I did math. This right here, you've been here for 170 years. You've seen a lot of people come and go. In fact, you've seen all these people get buried here. Did everybody come over here and say hello to you? I know it's kind of odd to have people talking to you. But we're here to talk. We're here to understand or try to relate a conversation with you. Try to get conversation started. Can't talk today, I guess. This tree was probably a baby tree. And now it's massive. Who did they fight in the Revolutionary War?
The British, wasn't it?
Did you kill any of the British, Brooke? You remember what color hair you had? You had a bayonet. I think that's what it's called. Bayonet on your gun.
I couldn't pronounce it proper.
Did you use it to stab anybody? I'm not sure what ASR stands for.
Probably American Revolutionary Soldier. Just a guess.
That's a hell of a good guess. So hold that for 1 second. Don't move. Okay. You don't want to know. I mean, it wasn't like a spider or anything on you, but
Yeah.
just say it was kind of a worm-looking thing.
Ew.
Uh-huh. They usually fly up on the trees or land on trees
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
gonna make me itchy now.
Like a little inchworm. All right, who else is back here? It's such a perfect day to do this because there's no wind. Are you another Revolutionary War soldier? I bet this is. Yeah, 1776 or 70 something it says on there. Well, I salute you for your services. Do you hear our voice? Do you hear my voice? If you do, you can talk right here. Just say some words. If you talk into this microphone, this is something that somebody invented later in life in the future. Mary had a little lamb, but we're able to hear your voice in the future.
All right. 3. Oh my. Get to the clinic.
If it gets good, if it yields good results, I'll be back.
Right?
Because there's like literally nobody here. You come out here at night? Do you talk to people? Do you talk to other spirits and soldiers? I can imagine you just standing here talking. Oh my God, what was that landing on my back? That was you. Oh.
Stick. Thought it was a worm at first, but it was just a little stick.
That's something you don't want to hear in bed.
A little stick.
A little stick.
What kind of bird is that?
Well,
Sounds like radio static.
noise. I don't think it's a woodpecker. Oh, you caught me off guard. I don't know. I'll have to I'll have to look it up. Wow.
Right?
Size of that tree.
Oh, they're all big
There's a
in
big
here.
nest right there too up there. Alright, come on, you guys can talk. Just a little something. Can't be in here forever. We just gotta talk to you a little bit. A lot of soldiers in here. This is a pretty decent cemetery for soldiers. You were 45, not even 45, Jack. What happened to you? There's the grandma. She died in 68. She was only 68 when she died. World War II. Damn. Something significant about World War II and people from this area, I guess, huh? Myrtle? That's a name. Damn. 92. Getting there. Don't fuck with that. Wow, really? Well, right for the eyes, huh? Yep, I'm glad I got these glasses.
Yeah.
Another Korean soldier, war soldier. I don't know. I'm not much familiar with the Korean War. Warren, can you tell me about it? Who was in the Korean War? What other countries? There's another army. Vermont. Wow. World War II, Indiana. So you guys are not related, but you're soldiers. Do you miss your families? Shouldn't you be in Indiana and shouldn't you be in Vermont? I bet this place is creepy at night.
I'm sure it is.
Damn. 5 days before your birthday, buddy. Oof. 71, just about to turn 72. So it seems a lot of people were born in 1920s were died in the 70s. I mean, that's only 53. Almost 53. No, yeah. 30, no, 30. 50. He's 52. Damn, that puts into perspective, doesn't it?
I know.
Like, die young. Special person who gave John that last name. U.S. veteran. (1910 and 1971). Again, a lot of 71s, a lot of 70s. World War.
Yeah, a lot of people. Here's a weird fact, and I was just touching base there. If you listen to what I was saying, it sounds like, or it obvious. It not doesn't sound, but it was obvious. A lot of people who were doing like in World War II died in the 70s, which is weird. Like, I'm not just saying one or two, but I mean, there's like multiples.
Not sure what World War you were in. Is that better now, Tom? John. Cecil, there's a name. Again, 71. 71, 71. 71. What in the hell's going on here? Why is everybody 71s? 70. 3, almost 4 back-to-backs, all 70s.
What was
70.
that? A bee or a mosquito, rather?
7.
Yeah.
70. 3, almost 4 back-to-backs, all 70s. 71s. Is there anything you would like to talk to us about? God, they go right for the eyes, these bugs.
They're going for my nose.
70, 70, 70, 71. Holy shit. What the hell was going on in the 70s? Wasn't even around, you know, it was just in 70, 71, 70, 74. Was it that bad back in the 70s? Holy. What's going on? Perpetual care. What does that mean?
Forever, doesn't it?
I don't know. Never seen a headstone that said that.
Hey.
3 of them. No, 4. Engineer Map Depot. Died in 63. Well, Gladys. What's going on, William? That was so over. You could tell it's been there for years on your headstone, buddy. Because it's turned to dirt. A lot of that's, it's like compost.
It's sucking it in. Look how
Yeah. It's probably like right here. But it's like sinking in. Jeez. Yeah, he's a soldier too. U.S. Navy. I'm assuming that's World War II? That's in the 40s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, William? Or is it Bill? Do you prefer Bill or Will or William?
What is it you seek?
Do you guys all get along with each other? Being in the Army, the Korean War, the Navy. It's got to be some kind of battle clashes. (1973). Ooh, that's fancy looking. Holzer.
Cool looking.
Born in 47, died in 74. That was a quick death. 36. Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd love to come here in the evening. I don't know how these neighbors are though. July 4th born. Wow. World celebrated your birth, miss.
Your
Helen.
birth, miss.
Are you with your husband now?
The Raging Blue Jay.
You guys are 7 years apart. Naughty.
You're naughty.
(1917). Was that your sister? Damn, to think that, you know, from 1917. What is this?
Looks like a Christmas wreath.
Huh.
All right, and last but not least, open. Close this down here.
Headed towards the door.
That's right.
She apparently they didn't give her a death date.
I guess not. Huh.
1891, unless she's still living. She's the oldest person known in the world. 2021, Helen. She was almost 100.
Oh, yeah.
She was just turning 99. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
She almost made it to her 100th birthday.
Yeah. Wow, talk about in sync. He actually lived before she did. Outlived her. John, you died in 1898, which means you were born in 1830 because you were 68 years old. You died on Thanksgiving, maybe? John Kirky died in 1907. You were 20, so you were born in 1887. 4 months and 9 days. You had just turned 20. What happened to you? Do you remember the day it happened? You were just 20 years old. Did you die in like a farm accident? If you talk right here, we'll be able to hear your voice, John. Mr. Edison made this product here. This right here, this, I could hear your voice, it records it. If you could try to speak, any of you really, into this, if you see me, I'd love to see one of them. Wouldn't it be freaky as fuck? Creepy as hell it would be.
It would be very creepy.
Alright. Hold that for a second. Before I feel something biting. Or a pine pea needle digging into my top of my poot. In 1899. I'll tell you what.
That one you can't even read.
Yeah. Looks like it's been so badly weathered. Like it's just hit it with all like scrapes. If you guys talk to us, we'll come back and visit you. You guys want that? You want us to visit you again? Say yes or no, right here. For the record, there has been not a single human voice noted other than
I just heard a lawnmower. That was about it.
Our two voices are the only two voices that's been heard. No whispering, no talking of people around us. Even though there really isn't. There's homes and stuff, but they're kind of put up. They're not, I don't know, they're not like up close. God damn, what is that bug?
Those bugs were really buggy that day, especially near pine trees. I think I say
All
that
right.
too.
Well,
Like especially around the pines.
Florence and Landy. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you. Hold this. Yeah, I got arms, bitch. I will kill you, bug. Ugh. They're like you could see them right in your eyes. This is like one of the most perfect days because there's no wind. Look at these dragonflies, or damselflies. Right there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's good luck, doesn't it?
Yeah. That one that landed on you that one day, that was rare. They say that is very good luck. All right. They all say perpetual care. It's kind of weird. Birdie? What the hell names their kid Birdie? B-E-R-T-I-E.
Maybe it was popular back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so a cemetery has established an irrevocable trust fund for the continuous long-term maintenance of the grounds. When you purchase a burial plot, a portion of the fee goes into this fund. The interest generated uses to mow the lawn, trim trees, maintain roads, pathways, and buildings. Irrevocable. Okay.
It's their kid Bertie. Bertie.
Maybe it was popular back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were 45, 70. Huh. All right, guys. Ending the EVP session inside the Union Cemetery.
Alrighty, guys. That was all the audio from the cemeteries. Unfortunately, we didn't get any real audio or any kind of voices. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing because we didn't. Sometimes when you go to a place, it just happens like that. If it happened where it was paranormal activity happened like every day, every moment, then, well, that would be kind of scary and spooky. But for right now, though, there was no voices that I heard anyways. But it does not mean that I'm not going to go back to that place and try again in the near future here because, well, the weekend's coming up. So, alright, guys, have a good evening, and we will see you guys later on. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Yeah, we'll see you later.